Democrats are racing to the far left as they jump into the ring for 2020. But it wasn't too long ago that these same Democrats held more conservative viewpoints. Here to highlight some of these policy shifts is former Trump campaign manager, pollster, John McLaughlin. Thank you so much for being here.
It's great to be here.
It has been fascinating for me to watch these candidates make. It's not even like a slow march. They're kind of like running to the left. I don't know how successful it's going to be, but I want to go through a few of these popular candidates with you and get your reaction, starting with Elizabeth Warren. Now, her current positions endorsing the Green New Deal, pledging to reject fossil fuel campaign donations. That was not always the case for Warren, though.
Right. And what you have here is a contest, because when I worked for Donald Trump, he had to be the most anti-Obama Hillary Clinton campaign candidate out there to get the voters, because 90% of the Republicans disapproved of what what Obama stood for. So now you have the Democrats racing to be the most deranged. Now, Elizabeth Warren, she was a Republican in the 90s, and she used to live in Oklahoma. No. She used to. So she, like, we did a December poll that's on our website at McLaughlinOnline.com, and she only had 4% of the national vote. So that's within the margin of error. She could be at 0. But now to get up in the polls, she has to be the most deranged opponent to President Trump. So you get this reaction among these Democrats that they have to do that.
She's actually gotten donations from fossil fuel companies, and now all of a sudden it's the Green New Deal. You know, she's really the extremist language that she's using in comparison to her former positions is astonishing. And I think the same could be said actually for Cory Booker, because Cory Booker was known to a lot of people initially as a moderate. His current position supporting the Green New Deal. In 2018, Booker stopped taking money from all corporate PACs. This was a guy who many associated with Wall Street for a really long time, and he took a lot of issues with that. And at one point I remember him defending Mitt Romney against arguments that people were making. Oh, Romney is a Wall Street guy, and he was appalled by that. What happened to him?
Well, he grew up in suburban Harrington Park, New Jersey, not far from where I live. And he basically came on the political scene as an acolyte of Jack Kemp. So he'll have to apologize for that, like all these other Democrats are racing to apologize for anything moderate or seemingly reasonable in their past. So, but again, he's in our December poll, he was at 2%. So basically, he's got a way to go. He could be definitely he's one of those margin of error candidates. You get some Democrats are in double digits, like Sanders and Biden. Some of them are in single digits. Then there's the margin of error candidates. He has no national base yet.
And then Kamala Harris is another one that always, a lot of people, you know, getting very excited about her. She's very charismatic. She currently supports marijuana legalization. In 2017, she co-sponsored a criminal justice reform bill with Senator Rand Paul, pushing for bail reform. Now, this has also been very much a switch for her in terms of how she was when she was in California and when she was in leadership positions there, is it not?
Well, she was the district attorney of San Francisco.
San Francisco, yeah.
So you can see how that worked out before she became California AG. But again, now she might have a shot in that California's moved up their primary to Super Tuesday. So she's going to have her home state as one of the deciders of who the nominee is going to be. However, she's still in single digits. She's got like 3% in our national poll.
This is a woman in the past who declined to support California's cannabis legalization ballot measures. I mean, these are so my question to you is, this is obviously a strategy, right? Folks on the left are feeling that if they shift more leftward, this is going to somehow win them over. They want to run against Donald Trump. They want people to be able to clearly distinguish between them and Donald Trump. But have they gone too far? Are they marginalizing those moderates that may be inclined to vote with Democrats and now are saying, hold on, this is really extreme?
Well, the majority of Democrat primary voters happen to be liberals, and some of them are out and out socialists. So what they're doing is they're racing to that audience. This is the most anti-Trump audience. They're really racing off to the far left, and trying to move up in that group. But you have, like in our polls, you had like Beto O'Rourke was at 11% nationally among the Democrats, and he's 13% with the liberals, with the majority.
And sometimes what works for the primary does not work for the general election. People remember that stuff. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate your perspective.
Thank you very much.